And we're here. Another Alchin live stream. Perhaps the last of this Battle Brothers playthrough? I'm not really sure. I feel like we've been in the endgame crisis for a while. I think we can do this within like a nice little 3-4 hour package. And then maybe try and clean up those other two objectives I had on the map. I don't know, that seems more daunting as time goes on. I'm starting to get pretty fucking scared in this playthrough here, actually. And my goodness, I didn't have the game's audio this whole time. Sorry for the very silent lead up to this. I like to usually have the game's audio in the background, but it looks like I didn't set up the capture for this before the... I've expressed this sentiment before. My brain can only handle like 4 pre-stream tasks. Okay, the Beacon of Friendship is lit, good. I'm amazed my ring light on, my webcam was open. Now that I've added the Twitch sorting to trying all this management, I don't know, dog. But we're here. We're back. What it really is, I tore myself away from an incredible manga to be here today. I don't think you all appreciate me half as much as you should be. I mean, I'm keeping people fed. I'm keeping the war train going. 3 days, 5 days. Money is tighter than I thought right now. Luckily we have all the time in the world to sort it, but... You know, we got about 4 days to sort it if we really spread our money thin. No jobs here, right? We gotta lock in on the game. Once I figure out what's going on the screen, I can talk about what's going on in my head. Because, okay, you know what? We're walking. We're heading to Oberwallenheim. Once we get into a battle, I'll talk about this manga, because, like, it's a genre that's so hard to do well, and I'm only halfway through what's currently written, but it seems to do the genre really well. How should I describe it? It's high fantasy suffer porn, the kind of story, like, where anyone can die and anything can go wrong, but they're just so perfect at threading that needle of hope where you think, like, maybe everything will turn out okay. I mean, gosh, like, all the people involved seem worth it turning out okay. More bread. Yeah. And then we'll call this perfect. We gotta go find a job. It's called Centuria. And it's a high fantasy, grim-dark little ditty. I mean, starts off real grim right from the rip. I'll try and keep it like within the first 4 chapters level of spoilers. I mean, I'm only 40 in, so I can't even give like real spoilers. I literally just binged like half the series today. Basically, a bunch of slaves find themselves crammed into a ship. 100 slaves in a boat going across the ocean. Only problem is, extra one on board. Some kid escaped from someone else, slips onto the ship. Hey, someone! Okay, let's see here. A man approaches from the side of the road. He's dressed in a peasant's garb. He's guarded by 2 well-armed men. He announced himself as a councilman in the employ of Honk the Wise, a local leader of Downwald. You have to take audience with the man. The Wise shoves a sizable cart into your crates before you would say a word. Yeah, I'm on my slavery bit again. Look at that! The cargo I need delivering has already found someone to ship it off. Wonders. No, let's not read out all these today. Let's just talk money. Sorry, so is this... Deliver the cargo. Okay, so I don't need to escort anyone. Sounds good by me. I found a new manga today and I'm obsessed. And yes, it starts with slavery. So the kid gets onto this boat that he doesn't realize is bound with 100 slaves heading towards the ocean. The ship's captain are kind of sketchy, so they take a dangerous route. Excuse me? Okay, I gotta read this one. A low hum emanates from nearby. Thinking a beehive nearby, you instinctively duck, only to realize the sound is coming from the cargo Hank the Wise had handed you. The lid atop the container is rattling side to side. tossing the latches and nails that are supposed to keep it there. Kisbird looks a little frightened. Let's leave it here. That thing ain't right. I want to know what's going on. Myth of the Rock shakes his head as you go to pick up the lid. With some effort, it's pried open. You quickly step back, expecting the worst. But there's nothing. Not even a sound comes out of the box. You take a sword and rattle it around the empty box, looking for a secret compartment or something. Myth of the Rock laughs. Hey, we're just delivering a bunch of air. I didn't think I thought that damn thing was too heavy. Just then, the box lifts briefly into the air, spins and smashes itself into the ground. It breaks perfectly, noiselessly, and with no wasted movements. Every piece of wood laid against the grass is like ancient stoneworks. An incorporeal shape leers up from the splintered rights, grinning as it twists. Oh, humans! It is truly good to see you again. The voice is like ice down your back. You watch as the specter shoots into the sky, then slams back down, spearing into the very earth. Not a second passes before the ground is erupting as bodies begin to clamber out. So I'm getting to the part that distinguishes it from the other manga that starts with slavery. The boy finds out that the slavers aren't going to accept him, and they're going to kill him to preserve the food on the trip. But all the slaves pitch in shares of theirs and convince the slavers that, hey, look, he's like an extra product they can sell, let him live. Sure, whatever. They acquiesce because it's easier than dealing with it, but they're still sketchy about the whole ordeal. Turns out, the goal the whole time was insurance fraud. They wanted to dump the slaves into the ocean after putting them to the sword. So they put them to the sword. The exact 100 lives, except for the main character and a pregnant woman. They had been like building a relationship in the background over the course of the whole first couple chapters, and formed a connection, kind of like a little family. But as the 100th person dies, a being in the ocean takes notice. 100 beings, 100 sacrifices, 100 souls, and the being has accepted the price. So now they just gotta pay one more thing. They need to sacrifice a loved one. So of course the two are like, no, excuse me, it's gonna be me, obviously. No, it's gonna be me, obviously. And honestly, pregnant lady's just more decisive than main character, you know? He's a little younger, you know? He's had a rough upbringing. His mom sold him. He was a blacksmith slave. Not the kind of guy who used to take initiative. So Lady sacrificed herself and the deal is complete. He is now blessed by the sea. The strength of 100 men and 100 lives as well. All condensed into him by this sea god. And the whole manga basically goes like, he finds a newfound family, starts to build up a little bit. He's taking care of the baby the pregnant lady left behind. And just every time that we think it's going well, and he's found a new place to exist, some supernatural bullshit takes over. Some force that's after him. Some force trying to protect the king. Some force, and it's just, it perfectly weaves the needle of suffering porn, where like every time he finds a new bit of found family, you really think this is it. You really think you got this one. And to the story's credit, he does get to keep some of them. Like, the family is always growing, but they just managed to make you fear for every single character in the story. It feels like absolutely no one's off limits, except for maybe main character Julian and his sister Diana. They feel like plot armored. I'm not secure about literally any other character, and it's breaking my heart. To pull myself away from reading it to come here today, I don't know how I did it. Right now, I think it's because I'm just starting to, like, ease into, like, one of the everything is okay parts of the story right now. That, like, I feel secure enough. I feel like I got, like, 2 or 3 chapters of safety before I have to fear again. But I don't know. I actually don't know. Because it's suffering porn. Because it's misery condensed incarnate, and you know deep down it's gonna have a tragic end, but you let yourself have hope anyway. Because they're threading the needle. They're balancing it out just enough. They fucking got me. Yeah, no, it is a real thing happening in life. People... That was like a common tactic. In the seafaring days. Turns out insurance scams were really common. A lot less risky than, like, actually crossing the ocean with merchandise. And risking your lives as well as money. You could just, like, lose them on the way. You never have to worry about marketing negotiations going bad. You don't even have to really make the crossing. No, you can just go hang out in an island somewhere for a few months. Brilliant strategy. Horribly evil, like, even beyond the realm. But... no. The middle, the reader's gaslight said, yeah, you know it. You've experienced the genre that I choose to call suffering porn. I'm sure there's like a more literary name for it, you know, the great tragedy. Some kind of fancy talk, but it is what it is. We read it for a very specific reason. We hate ourselves and want to suffer. I can't think of any other reason, you know, not like building up the human spirit, you know, learning to weather all kinds of emotions. It's cause we hate ourselves. And we read these things that upset us. And I don't know what's gonna happen when I, like, catch up, you know? It sucks to find out there's a thing, and to find out there's 80 of a thing, and it doesn't seem anywhere close to the end. But I'm in that boat with, like, a lot of manga right now. You know, where I'm current on so many things. Shonen Jump is driving me crazy. A lot less suffer, so I mean, I guess I'm like this with everything, but I'm pissed at the release schedule of Rory Dragon and Spy Family. You've learned to love yourself. That's great. I'm so happy you've made that progress. It also helps when, you know, work and school keeps you too busy. Free time might be one of the dangerous things that man can have. Oh yeah, I've read a lot of Discworld. That's a very Pratchett line. Oh, oops, forgot about you. How rude of me. Let's see, I've read all but the last 2 Rincewind books. I read... I'm not a huge fan of the Granny Witherwax stuff. I like the Death series. I think I'm up to Mort on that. And I really want to get into the Moist Fun Liquid books. I haven't read any of them. I read the first 2 of the Night Watchman books. And they got some great lines. They got some great... The boots analogy, the... This isn't related to a tragedy or anything. This is just, like, you know... Some run-of-the-mill zombies. I was escorting a package, and the zombies came from the package. So, like, Hank the Wise has some explaining to do. This is a whole other strain of zombies from the disaster zombies. God, I hate these ambush battles. This guy's not even like anywhere effective. We need to get him into a line somewhere. I guess he's hitting this guy, but like... Oh, really? How did the translators, did they, like, manage to keep the kind of, like, conversational, jokey tone? The kind of, like, casual conversational tone that Pratchett's known for? I imagine if they knew, like, the nation's slang, it'd be really fun to translate, actually. Parse out, like, what the equivalent ideas would be in another language. We're gonna make one attempt to walk out of this guy's attack of opportunity range. Nope. Alright, someone get down there and help them. I think we're gonna lose someone over the next 2 turns. Maybe even sooner than that, so I can't seem to do any effective damage here. 15, 15, 37... Is this guy also shield walling? He is. This guy's not. Yo, that's really sick. Keeping the spirit alive in the translation is such a beautiful thing. It takes a really good understanding of like an artist's intent, so being able to do it really, really shows skills as a localizer. You have to be so immersed in both cultures to really do that work. This guy. Obviously, the Spearman back here is the easier target. We're gonna need to try and evacuate Woolrich out of there. Oh, he's already fleeing. He's gonna die when his turn comes up. Where are these guys on the initiative? Is there any chance we get through there and get over to protect them? Oh, I gotta just swing at what's in front of me. Sorry, Woolrich, this might be your end. You fought well for us. You're so right. We should have just ran and left the zombies for the greenskins to deal with. Tactical genius. Cannot imagine the struggle of trying to translate poetry, dude. I actually... Okay. Probably the coolest translation I ever read. I don't know how they did it. So there's a book that was originally written in French called L'Asparaf, I think it was called in French, but in English it's called Avoid. And the gimmick of the book is it's written in both English and French the whole way through without ever using the letter E. And, like, it's not conspicuously absent, except the story keeps coming up with excuses to be like, and the 5th of these 26 things was missing. But the fact that they managed to make the whole text actually make sense. Note E in 2 languages. This is some vanilla. I even only have 2 DLC. I have the free DLCs, and that's it. My first ever playthrough of the game, I wanted to go pretty pure without investing too much. And when we finish this playthrough, we're going to take a break to play Darkest Dungeon, and we're going to come back and we're going to play with all the DLC. Hopefully in Iron Man mode, but I don't know how confident I'm feeling in that anymore. This is getting rough. This battle's definitely going to have to be. Do we have an escape path? Not really. Guess I shouldn't have opened the box, man. My greed know no bounds. Come on, we gotta get him out of there. Can you dodge just one attack? I feel like I'm asking the world of you. down. Now we start hitting attacks. As soon as people start going down. Alright, someone, I have faith. Hold the line. I was gonna say they can't both hit you, but yeah, they can. This guy's got a spear. Rest in peace. I appreciate your continued loyalty and service. That is true, George. If you would like to select a poor sacrifice, I mean, a wonderful character after this battle. I can't attack if I rotation, so there's no point. Let's use this turn to reposition a little bit. Let's bear our weight into this guy over the next round. Any chance I could take that fool out? Decapitate. We need another axe user. Shields are becoming a real problem. We're starting to go against really strong shields. From I think Mithril killed literally one guy, okay? And you're acting like he's a spree murdering. Don't get me wrong, he's an absolute menace to have around, but most of the kills are pure accidents. What? All of them were accidents. What am I talking about? Yeah, I shouldn't have even tried to shoot him. Someone's looking pretty healthy. These guys are starting to get a little... Oh, God, what happened to you? Hold on, we can't let that happen. Please, I'm begging you, land some hits. Okay, we almost got him. Good try. Oh, man. We're gonna have to go over there and toot our horn. We need to get one of these guys out of this fight. This guy is basically just standing here at this point. We can't be wasting 2 guys over here. Oh. Okay, perfect. Alright, up this way for now. I didn't even consider this guy would still be in range with that gap. He's gonna run away this turn though, so we don't have to worry about him after this. Should I always be using this when they're full armor? Probably, if I'm not specifically trying to get it. Correct. As long as you don't, like, tell me about or, like, you know... You can tell me about mechanics, you can't feed me solutions. You can tell me what I should be building, but, like, don't spoil a story that I haven't experienced on my own. You know what I mean? Unlike most streamers, I don't mind when people give me, like, suggestions and advice. If I think you're wrong, or if I just am having fun playing another way, I'll just ignore it. But you're absolutely allowed to chime in and say, hey, you're doing this wrong. Ow. And you can absolutely make fun of me for just shooting someone in the back of the head with bleed arrows, even though I was just talking about how... That's totally understandable. Okay, that one's on me. You can't be blaming Mithril for that one. I just looked and I shot it even. No, I don't think you ever pushed me to any... Yeah. Oh, God. Maybe I should have taken that as a chance to get you out of there, but we need to be pressure and stuff. You guys are so coward. There we go. Okay, we're gonna have to rotate him out of there. Watching the suffering is an acceptable way to engage with the content. Don't you worry. If you want to watch me bleed, if you want to watch me cry, it's what I'm here for. That's why I'm playing Battle Brothers and not a fairer RPG. Because this game is incredibly fair. It's almost because it's so fair that it's so brutal. Enemies and I are playing with the exact same rule set, and they know them better than I do. Alright, bet. Niku here's also played a little bit, but he'd be probably only like 10 more hours than me, or maybe less now that I've been streaming it. That's fair. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with Arc Fatalis, though, so I think you managed to thread the needle pretty okay. This is where I'd say all the VODs are available on my YouTube channel, but Arc Fatalis was before my new mic, and I have an impossible time recommending anyone watch anything from before my mic swap. Yeah, after we've brought this battle to its natural conclusion, I'll give you a look at all the troops. Note that every time I get a good bro with, like, stars in both health, attack, and fatigue, or health, attack, and melee attack, they immediately die horribly. So there's no one I would truly call, like, a made character, but... Oh, good. God damn. I mean, fuck it, I'm probably reloading this battle anyway. Let's get him back in the heat. Nah, you got this, dude. This guy's a wimp. He's just got that little spear. Don't worry about it, pot sticker. He also doesn't seem to have the... Yeah, I'm definitely feeling resolve. I tried to get all my characters to around 120, but it's easier said than done. Well, except for the archers, I keep them considerably lower, because they lose a lot less. Okay, I'm not gonna shoot someone this time. Bart Fabi might also be dead. Okay, let's get you out of there. Okay, you can end this fool. You don't gotta worry. You see? You're totally safe. Not resolve, sorry. I was thinking fatigue. Most of my guys are like at like only like 40-something resolve, except for my flag bearer, who I have a little higher because he's got skills associated with it. Sorry. I understand the confusion. Yeah, I think Resolve is better if you have the DLC, right? Because there's monsters that attack it directly. The Geist is the only monster in the base game that really seems to ever give me Resolve problems. Mind you, I guess it might stop this from happening, but... I don't have enough fatigue to rotate. That's really unfortunate. I mean, I guess it's basically like asking to die, but... Let's just come back here and rest for a couple turns. We'll eventually just rotate in and one-shot 2 people. It's gonna be great. Oh, I see. Ancient Dead. So these guys are all giving me, like, an extra fear debuff. See, I wish this game had, like, better tool tips, is the only thing about it. There's, like, no way to, like, detect that I'm getting... Oh, boy. Yeah, I intuited that mechanic because I have, But you're saying they're, like, extra effective against those checks? They give, like, an extra bonus, kind of like the trait, the fearsome trait that we can get? Fearsome skull above their brothers. Oh, just when they're hitting. Okay, it pops up as like a... Okay. I'll watch out for it in their next turn. Okay, we don't throw someone back into the fight. He has 12 HP. He can chill. Well, someone's got to get this down. Experta's been pretty brave ever since he put this new helmet on him. I think he really appreciates having that mouth covered. He knew it made him look untrustworthy, and he's happy to have had corrective. 12 HP is plenty. Maybe like in this world, the banana peel is always fatal. You slip and hit a tree the wrong way. Instant 100 damage. Everything in my body is screaming to rotate in and attack, but I wouldn't be able to attack after rotating anyway. I gotta resist my baser urges. I gotta be like, okay, this is a strategy game. Hold on, I'm too comfy and cozy. Let me bring the arms out. You don't gotta put it like that. Yes, that's what I did, but like... We dealt with the issue that his screams had on the unit morale. Okay? That's why I value fatigue very highly. But I guess keeping my guys alive is the most important thing, so I should be investing more highly into defenses, is what you're telling me. So, like, they made room for Axe Guy to get in and hit this fool, but absolutely not. Absolutely. Mark off, buddy. You've been separated from the combat for a while, huh? Back over and join the team. Oh my god, I want to stop hitting this guy. Someone please. I know it's a 30% chance every time, but oh my god, we finally hit one and it didn't do the job. Oh my god, you have no idea. Okay, if I get the kill, I can rotate back out. Or no, I won't be able to, because it'll be 25 to rotate in, and then 12 to attack. So that's 37, puts me at 43. He looks like he wants an axe to the face so bad. Can't be doing that. We just need to get these lines together. Whatever we can do to take this guy out. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, I didn't... that would be helpful. I guess I should carry around a blunt weapon on every character then. Because right now I'm in the green skin apocalypse. I wasn't really spec'd for a zombie fight. I was delivering a box from a noble in the Northlands. He wanted me to take it a little bit to the southeast. And on the road it started making some weird noises, so we opened the box and all these zombies just kind of popped out on us. This isn't a fight we had any time to plan for. Losing my mind. Slain. I think all the casualties are deaths, so I don't think we have any injuries here. He's completely unharmed, so there's no way I rotate in and instantly take him out. Everyone's ready to die. I can't hold anyone specific in reserve. Just go in here and get the work done. Dog dies so someone else may live. I swear to God, if someone hits this guy, I'll give them a blowy. Yeah, people are gonna die if I don't bring everything to bear. God damn it. Okay, you might be dying. Rest in peace. Yeah, confirmed kill. Oh, now Experta decides to... Do I know what a fat newt is? No idea. Alright, get in there. Yeah, spread your attacks. We love to see it. And I don't have enough to rotation you out. But you might have enough to rotation yourself out. Well, this dog's putting in the work. Alright, this fight's clearly not worth it, but I'm still gonna play it out. Oh my god, no. I'm taking that. Not the autosave. Let's go before we... And we took that job in Oberwallenheim, right? No, we took it in Damwald. It's the meta frontline build. Alright, so let's take a look at the units right now. This isn't really our intended. We just lost a couple of our frontliners now, so they're being trained in, as spearmen. But, here's our builds. We got Colossus, Pathfinder, Recover, Rotation, Brawny, Hammer Mastery, and Battle Forged here on Erland. He's pretty middling attack. He's got pretty middling defense. If I took the shield off, it would only be 14. Honestly, he was one of our earliest guys, and never really had him on the stat front. Here's one of our starting characters. We got him up to exactly 100 hit points. We got him at 70 melee skill. He's got a similar, he doesn't have the recover, he's a little more damage focused. These are a lot more niche than I thought they were going to be. I regret these two for sure. Executioner, once the target's already injured, they're pretty much dead. So this 20% damage is pretty rarely relevant. And then we definitely get surrounded by enemies more than we surround them. So this doesn't really seem to trigger very much either. But I'm always happy with rotation. Berserk's been doing good work. Killing Frenzy has been doing okay work. Next Mastery. He's our only level 11 character. We just got him up there pretty recently. Spare the Trusted is a viewer character. I've been giving the viewer characters all 9 lives, just as, like, you know, blatant favoritism. I hope that it keeps them up. Although, you know, very few of them trigger it. Niku's the only one who's ever actually triggered it. Once again, more brawny, battle-forged, Berserk. And then all of my, like, backliners who are actually intended to be backliners, I'm running with Nimble. So this one's got Dodge, he's got Polearm Mastery, he's got Nimble. And I'm keeping him not quite at 15. I found, like, a nice balancing point, I feel, between the bonus from Nimble and... I do not have Underdog in any of my characters now. That's true. This one has Shield Expert. He's literally the only one with Shield Expert. Good call. It's a good call. I don't know what here was less of a priority than Shield Expert, though. I guess except maybe rotation. I definitely could have sacrificed Berserk for Shield Expert on him. But I think everyone else at level 9 is going to get it. I think that's probably where it would have popped in for these two. Alright, well, educate me, because I'm tired of save scumming. I want to have the experience, you know? I want to have the no-take-back run. I want to prepare for an Iron Man, so getting some advice would be good. Some build paths, some good way to train. I'm frequently told that the best way to get red gear is to go mess with bandits out in the woods, in, like, places where I don't have missions, but a lot of those fights are rough. I managed to kill one random fort, and the guy didn't even drop anything good. I mean, he dropped a greatsword, but... This is our 13th stream of this game. The Twitch stream doesn't show it. I have a thumbnail on the YouTube side, but this is the 13th episode of this. Of course, and a nice hat. How could I ever forget? Oh, we didn't... Before we reloaded that save, we did a bunch of food purchasing that we didn't do yet. I mean, obviously we buy the grains. Buy this. A couple of these. 4 days money, 4 days food. Perfect. Rudolph of Damwald welcomes you and walks you towards Damwald Square. There's a party of peasants milling about, but when they see you coming, they shape up and start talking as though they've been expecting you all along. They mostly talk in descriptors. Tall as any man. Armor like you've never seen before. Spears are as sharp as a peddler's tongue. You hold your hand up, and that's what they're talking about. Rudolph of Damwald laughs. The men here say they saw some oddities out in a spot by the name of Tumbled Keep just north of here. Naturally, they wandered there for no reason. They were looking for something by the name of the Blood Vial of the Holy Mother. A relic dear to the town as though we pray for food and shelter. One of the peasants speak up. And he was looking for it at his behest. Rudolph of Damwald nods. Of course, and where they failed, perhaps you can succeed. Get this relic for me, and we paid quite well for your services. Pay no mind to their fairy tales. So there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's about what I figured, but a lot of those fights are above our pay grade. Sounds simple enough. What's the bait? 1920 crowns for a 3 skull? And this one is the shipping job that I took last time. So I could do this and just not open the box. I really want to go down to Deichstadt, though. I was in the Sea of Tents, the orcs. Never seen heads fly so high before. I mean, I think we should just take that contract again, but let's make a little save here. I will say a blood vial sounds a hell of a lot cooler. And they're offering, like, equivalent pay. I find that the skulls don't really represent the difficulty very well. I've had 3-star skulls that I've absolutely trashed, and 2-star quests that have, like, taken me out. I feel like the money is, like, a way better indication of what it is we're getting into. Alright. Is there, like, a different one for a shield bro, different one for a... Okay, yeah, axe, mace, and hammer. No shields on any of them. Okay. Well, because I don't have the DLC, I don't have access to any two-handed maces or hammers. And the only two-handed axe I have access to are the... I guess I have access to the long axe and the war axe, but... No, though I'm pretty sure those are both DLC. I'm pretty sure those are either the Northmen DLC or the Desert DLC. The pole hammers for sure. Which we'll have on the next playthrough, though, so... I think it's too much to hope to reform any of our boys on this one. I'll look at this conversation. I just want to open the box this time. I mean, I'll take you to a town with a weaponsmith on the way. They want us to go to Deichstadt? Oh, brother. Let's walk up to... It's probably faster to go to Sudersand than Grafenhaven, right? Well, we'd have Kalkborg on the way if we take that route, so let's go that way. I'll take you to the town where I do most of my shopping. Wait, hold on. Battle Brothers Pole Hammer. Yeah, it's part of the Beast and Exploration DLC. Now I'll show you my whole map. My desert and my map ends here and goes up to here. I don't have any of the Beast and Exploration content, of the desert content. I don't have the Northlands content. So I'm missing like half of the really good weapons. Alright, so that's what I should have dreamed for this guy to be. Yeah, people have been telling me that the game with DLC is basically like a whole different game. Like the access to features like camp followers and stuff. Sounds like it really affects the way the game runs out. I'm gonna pick it up before we start our next playthrough. So I'll have all the features for the next time. Maybe I'll do one more non-Iron Man run with the new DLC. Just so I can like get a hold of the features before I lock in for my Iron Man, claim everything. For now though, we gotta get to yeah, I'm not gonna stop at calc work, I guess. Man, this is not a 1700 gold trip. This is a long trek across the wilderness. This sucks. And I hate working down here, because like my shop prices are like 40% better up here with my reputation. It's crazy how big of a difference. What are we hearing? Oh, we walked by a plethora of ancient legionaries. No way, because I've seen unique gear in shops, though. So, like, there is unique gear in the base game. They wouldn't make it not drop from stuff, right? That'd be crazy. Though I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have seen a red weapon in a shop since I installed the Oath Takers DLC or whatever. The campfire shines bright, twisting the faces of men in flowing orange as though they themselves were of burning stock. It is here that you find someone the historian and Torvald the Seeker talking to one another. Their discussion is, at first, an easy one. The monk pleads with the flagellant to set aside his whip. Finally, someone is stepping in to deal with Torvald! Thank you, someone. What a legend. While you don't necessarily wish to step in, you cannot but agree that destroying your own body on a glorified gore schedule is not the best way to live. But then the flagellant retorts something that gives you both pause. It is a phrase so well crafted that you think it might justify the man's personal habit, just to push the notion in your head as fast as possible. Disturbing, too, was the ease at which he said it. That such a soothing voice could be so warmly bundled in that scarred husk of flesh. What could muster it? The monk stammers for a moment, but then puts his hands to the flagellant's shoulders, pulling to keep their eyes on one another. He whispers, words which tickle your ears, but don't pronounce themselves loud enough to have any real meaning. You can only assume they are meant to, once again, persuade the flagellant to a better, less violent life. But again, the flagellant begins to respond, and so back and forth they continue on. Okay. So do caravan quests. That's a cool mechanic. That's a cool way to get them. I can see why they'd like want that to be the only way. This is fascinating. Let's see where it goes. No, wait! No! No, no! No, 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 no! No, I have two of them! No, no, no! Alright, somebody, friend, you gotta get into Suffercore manga. Deciding to let the men talk, you step away for a time. When you come back, the monk is naked, bent over with tears in his eyes. His shape is craven, but his face is gutting as though this is what he always wanted. With a gulp of air, he straightens up and flicks his wrist over his shoulders. The flagellant's whip is in hand, and you hear the leather slap against the monk's back. He pulls the tool away, and the sound of glass and barbs tearing flesh causes a ringing in your ears. The flagellant himself says nothing. He has set himself down by the monk's side. He stares out across the land. There is hardly a shimmer of life in his eyes. Though you certainly see the blood of his life leaving his backside as he treats himself to a beating. You step away once more. The grass beneath your feet doesn't have the same crunch to it. The air carries a copper scent. Little leather snickets follow you all the way back to your tent. Someone the historian is now a monk turned flagellant. Torvald the Seeker gains +2 resolve. A man left to torture himself can find the truest of horrors. I'm sorry about what happened to you under my care. I just had to know. I just had to know where this conversation would go. I mean, you should know by now that I'm wanting to throw a Cognito Hazard in here and there, but I didn't realize it would go this far. At the end of the campaign, everyone's going to be a flagellant, except we'll finally manage to convince that guy to give it up. It'll be a whole reverso. So wait, did it like actually like change his class? That's cool as hell that it specifies that he was a monk beforehand. Background, monk turned flagellant. Can I convert him to a different background? Can he be a monk turned flagellant turned poacher? Can we... That's probably going downhill socially. Let's calm down on that one. That was just the first example that came to mind. I don't think I showed off any of my archer builds. Well, this guy doesn't have anything. Mithral's my main archer right now. I'm running Crippling Strikes, Pathfinder, Bullseye, Dodge, Quick Hands. Some of them have Anticipation instead of Dodge, but otherwise it's mostly the same. Bow Mastery, and then Nimble. And then this is my only other half-trained bowman. And since his bow uses less ammo, instead of the Swift Hands stuff, I have Footwork. No spoilers. I'm gonna take that to mean that there is like a flagellant epidemic event that I'm triggering, and now we're truly doomed. Or that I will be able to cure him into some other path. Monk turned flagellant turned monk again would be a pretty great arc. Oh my god. No spoilers is a terrifying phrase to hear after all that dense block of rampant speculation. Ingolf the Merchant welcomes you. A few of his men hurry over to take the cargo. He claps you on the shoulder. I take it your journey went well. You spare him the details and inquire about your pay. Bah! A sellsword through and through. Hugin, get this man what he deserves. One of Ingolf the Merchant bodyguards walks over and hands you a small chest of crowns. The undead crisis was bad enough. The green skin crisis, absolute disaster. But a flagellant crisis would be an instant uninstall. I don't think we got what it takes to handle it. That's fair. Maybe your time will be to shine when I come back another time. I'm going to town, you go to a pub and take a seat. As you, a stranger man joins you. You with the puppets and arms? You nods. The man reaches back to his pocket. You reach for your dagger, turn up in sand. He's there. If I was wearing a sword, I wanted to kill you. I'd take it to you, probably would the best route. Manless sheep, moves on the other side of the table. Cocks his head to say, see? See the non six moves. Taking a note, passing you. Local cuts by the name of Ragnar Treasure wishes to see you. You want me to go to Dornan? How much are we talking? That's interesting. That's interesting. Hold on. Can we make ourselves a path here? Because, like, we came from the dam walled area down to here. Now if we take one to Dornan, and maybe from Dornan we can take one to go to, like, Hearsgard. Oh, of course. So I can either make you a character who currently exists in my party, or I can go recruit someone specifically for you if you have, like, a preferred trait. Right now, the unnamed are Erland is available. Sigurd is available. Wilreich is available. He's kind of like, you know, I got a lot of hopes in him. He's got 2 stars in melee skill, 2 stars in hit points, and a star in melee defense. We've got Roland with 2 in fatigue, 1 in hit points, and 1 in melee skill. He's a adventurous noble, and he's bright. Wild was a wild man brute. Sigwald is a wild man survivor who's disloyal. He also, though, he's kind of... We're trying to find an opportunity to kill him off. Because his maimed foot has been a problem. Okay. Well, I think I understand how enemy targeting works. They seem to first prioritize lower melee defense, and then after that prioritize going for the kill. Because from what I can tell, I had a really disastrous fight against Necro Savants, and what they kept doing is they kept teleporting to one of the guys that was on the flank of the battle line. And when I finally looked into it, he had like 5 less melee defense than everyone else. So all the enemies seemed to prioritize, like, the ease of hitting him. They would rush all the way to the side. So I had to, like, move him to the middle of the battle line to force him to spread out a little bit. And then we were able to get through those Necro Savants. Although, never forget, they took the first Tempest with them. And Reinhardt the Hound, one of my starting characters, man. Even the good timeline was disastrous. Oh, interesting. Alright, my weekends are usually pretty busy, but sometimes I got some free time on Sunday. I'll never get overshot by Mithril. Ah, yes. The character who will remain unnamed, a sacrifice to Mithril's bow. That was the single most deadly fight that we ever, like, actually kept, huh? Nothing else came even close. I guess this was all the same fight, too, actually. Like, none of them had the standing. Actually, Adler... Damn. Adler was a lot more effective than I gave him credit for. Even with his injury, even with the 40% reductions, like, he was doing work right up until the end. I didn't realize he had twice as many kills as Reinhardt, though. You know what? He probably got like 10 of those kills just while he was running around with that flail, so it was only because he was the penitent one that he managed to be so. Alright, so we're taking the job to go to Dornan, yeah? I mean, I guess we should see what else is available. All ears, citizens are starving, you want me to attack brigands, huh? Yeah, no thank you. And this is a noble house. Ooh, hold on, this is a greenskin quest. You find Count Gustav von Nieder stalking through his garden, particularly taken to the plant stalks. It's odd, isn't it? Here we have these things which are so green, yet those greenskin bastards are green too. I don't think they've eaten a goddamn vegetable in all their lives. You also say it's a pretty stupid observation, but you hold your tongue. Instead, you ask what's the issue with the greenskins, since that seems to be the implied problem. The Count nods. Right, of course. My scouts have spotted a warlord in the region. The problem is, we don't know where it is or where it goes. The scout can't really stick with it for long, or else they'll get killed for hopefully obvious reasons. I believe killing this warlord helps move one step closer to ending this damned war. Not a clue how to do this. Do you? You nod and respond. What does he want to kill the warlord? The fact that he's killed your people, right? So we'll give it to personally wanting to kill us. Kill as many of his bastards as you can. The noble claps and tosses you a bright red tomato. That is, there is good thinking, mercenary. Let's talk business. That's a lot of money, so, but like... There's absolutely no way we fight a warlord and win with our bros, right? I don't think we even can... Destroy any greenskin parties and camps to lure out their warlord. Sounds like a pretty fun multi-stage quest. I mean, look, we need to replenish the war chest, and it's a greenskin apocalypse. It's our duty to do what we can. I'm not cowardly making a save right now, because I know this is going to end poorly. It's only a 2-skull job. Alright, let's go find some green skins. Turn them red. The penitent his crime, demanding 1,200 crowns for retirement after his knees got up. I would choose to phrase it as, we offered him a glorious trip to Valhalla. You know, we chose to do the hard thing to give him the best outcome that he could have possibly gotten. Because think about it, a second of suffering on the battlefield over the lifetime with that wounded leg. The chance to rise up with Thor and Odin in all his glory. Truly, we did the right thing. A cairn of human skulls, freshly removed. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean by a cairn of humanly skulls, freshly removed? Sort of the trusted stares at the totem of anguished faces and scares his own head. You suppose I consider this art? Did one of them savages take a step back and say, yeah, that looks good? You're not sure. But you very much hope the humans are on the brush and canvas for the greenskins. He wasn't naked, he was wearing cultist robes. Don't make me sound crazier than I am. The real story's bad enough. We don't need to be embellishing it. Look, the robes are still damaged from the day he wore them. They came back to us with nary 20% health left. We still have the flail, which we're definitely giving to the savage, right? When he gets leveled up a little bit more. He is for sure gonna be our flail bro. Although, this guy's got more fatigue to offset the negative parts of the berserker chain. Can we get this guy a noble turned flagellant so that he can really rock the chain? I think that's gotta be my next priority. It's gonna be night soon, and I also never have any luck finding orc bases. Oh, we got like a little pop-up over here. Did we see any feet whenever that pop-up came? Did we get that to trigger again? Is there a camp follower that like increases the radius where you can detect parties? And I feel like it's actually criminally small in this game. Alright, let's speed this up while we hunt for greenskins. We're bleeding the last of our food while we do this. Okay, if it was over here, we would have seen it by now. Maybe down here. Damn, that'd be really nice to have. I don't know why. Oh my god, this stuff would have costed $100 back home. This sucks. I miss Kalkborg. What do you mean this is twice as much as it usually is? Get out of here. Ugh, we've been spoiled by prices in the north. Are you guys at least, like, desperate for stuff, too? Oh, yeah. Holy shit, you're paying a lot for weapons. Okay, that helps. That helps. Let's buy the meat, too, then. You don't need all these. We'll keep the ones that are 6 of 6 or 5 of 6. No, I don't know about settlement tiers. Other than, like, the size of the settlement affects how much in the market, and all the little buildings outside also affect what shows up on the market. Like, we got all these little herbalist gardens, workshops, and stuff here that are supplying this city and boosting its marketplace. I'll make another save, but I'll preserve this one, because I still don't know. Oh, we should look at recruits for, because he didn't seem to jump out at naming a character after him from the party. Is there any particular background you would like for? Village, settlements, and cities. Okay. This is a settlement, right? Because it doesn't have, like, a wall. So, this would be a village. This would be a settlement. And then Kalkborg would be a city. Oh, it's got the walls. Okay. I'll continue hunting for greenskins until you're ready then. Oh, so Deistadt here is a city? Oh yeah, big harbor city. I guess it's right in the name. So then is settlement the ones with like the castle walls? You didn't eat them. The wolves ate him, and then you ate the wolves. Which I guess by, like, the principles of transference, sure, you ate them, but... Oh, so they're, like, separate things altogether. I see. We're not gonna find any greenskins over here, right? We're gonna have to go all the way up to, like, fucking life stat. Like we always do. No, there was greenskins in the desert over here. We can go over there. And then we can just take a boat back here whenever we're done. No, brigands, I don't have time for you. Flee from me. That's right, you stay away from that supply caravan. There was hella greenskins over here last time we were in the neighborhood. A veritable tide of them. You ready to pause at a moment's notice? We're in the danger zone now. I should have just taken that stupid delivery to Dornan quest. We're not even going to be able to beat this orc anyway. Along the road, you find an abandoned wagon set amongst the tall reeds. Markov checks it out and barks back. It's broke as shit, but I think we can salvage parts of it. Get 8 tools and supplies. What's my rep at? Someone asked me last stream and I never bothered checking. I'm great. 2478. Oh my god, there's still no orcs over here? Brother. Even if we take it now, we'll have to walk all the way back over there to actually turn in. Last time I was here, it was literally like 4 greenskin camps coming from every direction. Now that I'm actually on a quest, it's the most peaceful world we've ever seen. Not even any stupid lizards charging out. Oh my god. Oh. A shabby shack full of young orcs. Let's... I guess it's a melee fight. No, I'll definitely wait for the day, because the longer we keep them at a range, the better for us. I also don't really have any characters to replace the ranged troops left right now. We've had too many casualties lately. But many young orcs shouldn't be a problem. Let's hold the line and wait for the orcs to come to us. Perfect. Hey there, lads. We're to give you a proper educating. What the danger of stepping into human land. Which one of these fools is getting some? should probably be shielding up so that whenever they do their little stun jump, they'll have less chance of getting me. Rest in peace, someone. You're the one. You're there to bait them in. See? Are you kidding me? The 71%, really, brother? 271%? Oh my god, man. Always disappoint us when we need you most. Let's swap in here and go for this guy. This guy does more damage than Bart Faby does. Step up. That's gonna be unfortunate. That's a lot of very high chances we've missed so far. That's 4 70% in a row. There's also some lower ones weaved in there, but that's still demoralizing as all hell. There we go. Nihu taking first blood in this fight. Alright, Mithril. Okay, I should wait for the viewer characters to come in and get shit done, I guess. So we're like, hi, Ryolf. Oh. One of my most promising new recruits, basically dead. Well, we'll be able to rotate him out next turn, that's fine. Oh, he bled. It's possible that wasn't death, right? I got too greedy for swinging with him. I never should have put the new guy on the outside. That is whatever. Alright, good job, Experto. I bet I can provide you with the mystery meat that your body craves. It's because the stuff that comes from the orc specifically is like 40% psilocybin by mass. So, like, it gets you pretty fucked up. Alright, the only loss was a single level 2 character. So we will accept this timeline, but it feels pretty bad. We're gonna risk shooting Experto with this shot. Mark Golf needs the levels. But the fleeing enemy is so much easier to hit. They don't even fight back. I see what you mean. Someone who's actively a threat is more important to take off the battlefield. To be honest, didn't notice anyone was fleeing there. done, nicely done. Let's run them down. Only a little bit of extra money, but... Hey, 2 level ups. We take it. Signet ring. Oh, we got his helmet back and his weapon, but not his armor. That's unfortunate. Keep killing greens like this and the Warlord will be sure to come around. Right, that wasn't even the quest, really. Alright, who's getting... Let's put this range guy back into the mix. He was very effective, and then... we'll try and get Roland into the front line as soon as possible. And perks. He is agile, so I'm not going to click on Brawny. That'd be very foolish. Let's see here. What were some of the ones that was being recommended to me? This guy's not a shield guy, so that one's not relevant. I also think he's like one of the least likely characters to get surrounded, so Underdog isn't going to be the hotness on a dedicated spearman. He's got 46 resolve. How much do we value making enemies flee? Do you think Fearsome's like an interesting thing to run on characters like this? Let's see what I can get his stat spread to before I... Ling axes? Are you saying like throwing axes, or is that like a specific kind of... There's hatchets, crude axe... No, hatchet, hand axe, fighting axe for one-handed axes. And for two-handed axes, there's woodcutter's axe, great axe, and long axe. Oh, long axes. Yeah, I have long axes. I was running one of my guy for a while. Then I switched him to the war axe or whatever it's called, just so that I could hit people's shields with it. I was coming up against a lot of like shield lines. Melee skill for you. I mean, I can't not take the 4 health. Take defense. Alright, you wanna... So this is my current Axeman, and the guy who's been in the party for the longest time. He was using a long axe, but now he's using a great axe. I think I still have the long axe, though. I'm a bit of a... Do I not have the long axe? Why in the world did I get rid of that? So, Erland, Siegwald... Sorrel, Markov, Roland, and Gottfried are the great unnamed. And we got some backline ones here, like Sigbold here. Ivar, Gisbert, Leonhard, Torvald. So if you want to be like a melee guy, the best guy we got in the group right now is Sigbold. He's got 2 stars in melee skill, He's got a star in melee defense, although he's starting at -4. And then he's got 2 stars in resolve. Honestly, that's a really low health points, too, for being a... I guess he's a poacher. We can hit up some towns and try and buy you some fresh meat. Do you have any backgrounds you want me to look for? I know that Wild Man tends to have pretty good stats. Okay. Okay. You think Sigbold will work? He is huge, if that affects anything. That's why he's got the negatives. It's because he has the -5 due to huge. Want me to look for a militia man? Okay, they're gonna be pretty expensive, so we're gonna have to do some work. I guess we have enough to hire a militia man. They're usually in like the 1500 range. We can pop into Dornan and see if there's anyone for sale. But no, we have to while we're bleeding food, we have to get this job done. Unless maybe I just like go back before I took this job and then focus on the recruitment. Across the remains of a hovel. Ambush crackle in the blackened remained. Later on, finds a couple skeletons, knowing them missing half their bodies. Sees a deep tracks the ashen mud from their array themselves as the greenskins are no doubt close by. Okay, can you like show me where then? This is where I just fought, right? So once we finish this campaign, we'll head to a military town. We mostly hang out in Kalkborg. And, where was the other military town up here? Was Leifstead? Yeah. No, Leifstead's not a military town. We've mostly been going back and forth between these two places. We have really good relations with that noble house, so we get really good prices in the region. We used to be out... Man, this degrades so fast. We walk away for 3 days and they forget that we're best friends. Bro. I can't believe that shit. I think there was a walled town somewhere down here too, yeah? Yeah, Durfester is one. Okay, we'll hit up Durfester. We should probably just ditch this quest. Get better pay and work. Or at least, you know. Nope. How secret can it be if it's just like 2 miles east of Dornan? Tell me that. Oh, this is Greenskins, isn't it? No, that's Undead. Guess I got excited because yeah, it's approved. Alright, Durfesta, what do you got in the local recruits pool? Sellsword, Deserter. There is a militia man here. Goswin the militia man. Let's save before we grab him so that we can get rid of him if straight sucks. Chatter lottery. Alright, it's time for our gacha pull. Okay. Interesting. He's afraid of the undead. He's got 2 stars in hit points, 2 stars in fatigue, and 2 stars in resolve. That's not a great hit, in my opinion. I mean, his starting stats aren't horrible, though. We could... Not good enough? Okay. Yeah, is there anyone else in the background worth checking? Because sometimes you can get pretty good, we can see what the sellsword's like. If we do take him, then we'll have to, ditch the quest, because it'll put us too broke to finish, but... 2 stars in melee skill, a star in hit points, and a star in resolve. Let's see what his base fatigue is 90. He gets a 4 roll right away. Don't ever need level fatigue fast 105. Okay, so if we need 105, we take the +4. And then what else do we do with the stat points here? Definitely attack, even though it's not as high as it could be. And then I think health, but do you think defense is more important? You take melee attack and melee defense every time, even if it's +1s. I don't know, Silent Quiver seems pretty crazy to me. And then do you want student for your perk, or do you have like a specific perk to keep you? I guess you have the planner there. Okay, so Colossus, 9 lives, Pathfinder, Fortified Mind, Quick Hands, Gifted, Axe Mastery, Underdog, and Battle Forged. Interesting. You really take the Gifted? That just, it seems like a waste. I know it's you get an extra level's worth of stats, but like, you're permanently crippling your perks. Nine first, then student. Okay. And then Experta here. What do you take Quick Hands for on that build? Like, do you run like a secondary weapon? Do you bring like a sword and a hammer? Okay, so Fortified Mind gives you 25% extra resolve. So since he has 41 resolve, that would give him like 10-ish? Alright. While I'm raising you, should I like run you in the back line with a spear to keep you safe? Or do you think that I should be able to keep you safe on the front? Just with 9? I guess I always send Experta into crazy missions he doesn't deserve to be in, so Underdogs definitely. Conscious of fatigue, you said he regains 15 fatigue every time, so he can move 1 hex and swing once every turn. Okay. I mean, like, I'm definitely not taking the initiative, right? God damn it. In the back till Underdog? Okay. Alright, so we'll put you in Sorrel's spot then, and we'll have to buy you a long axe somewhere too. Let's sell some of our gear then, I guess. We have a great sword now, so who needs war brands? We'll only keep one Kopesh in reserve. Don't need cleavers. Pretty good price. Okay, that'll keep us going for a while. Let's buy a little bit of food. I think we gotta ditch this quest, though. I think it's gonna drag us down. Oh, good prices on grain here. Four days, 4 days. Until Underdog is crazy. It's gonna be a long time till he has Underdog. Toss him a pike for now. We'll get him a long axe whenever we can. Alright, I guess I gotta have faith in Fortified Mind then, huh? He needs about 20 fatigue after gear and weapons? My god. So no brawny either, huh? Yeah, jeez. I don't need this either. Alright, let's ditch this job. There ain't no shot. I see. So these new guys are going to be pure defensive tanks that just sit at the edge of keeping guys off people, and then we'll have like a more offensive core in the center with like two-handed swords and stuff. I mean, at 0 fatigue, you'd literally not be able to do anything. It costs 2 fatigue just to walk a space. Then you want to start swinging weapons? Forget about it. Negative fatigue would be just bedbound. Alright, no jobs here. Why is there never jobs here? Alright, we won't be back in our territory anyway. Alright, gotcha. So how many of those should I run? Should I run one on each edge and then have like 3 like damage guys in the center, or should I run like 2 on each edge and have 1 damage guy in the center? Like what kind of spread are we looking for here in a well-mounted as soon as I drop that quest, man? Come on, I don't know. It's only 10, we could probably take them. And it does progress us towards the end of the disaster, so fuck it. Now let's fall back and save. And then engage. 5 or 6 of these nuke guys to make like a front line with, and then okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Is it just me? Because the tooltip for aim shot says it is 1 more range than quick shot. But it really doesn't seem to. Interesting. So what's your party comp then? You have like 6 of these newts, 2 damaging melee guys mixed in with them, and then 4 backliners behind them. For backliners, are you talking like a mix of spearmen and archers, or all spearmen or all archers? Yeah, I know. Oh, I see. So his vision circle isn't far enough for him to aim the 8 distance. That makes sense. I think it's still ultimately worth it to have the helmet, but thank you. That explains a lot of frustration I had. I'm gonna take the Berserker we actually got a chance to hit. Okay. Last time we made the mistake of edging out a little bit, but I think we want to step in to protect him, so... And we can rotate out if things go bad. You just hold the line. One banner, one pole arm, and then 2 arrow guys. Okay. Or you said ranged, so I guess arrow or crossbow or it looks like there's a gun. One of the can I like look at it here? One of the traits references like a hand cannon. Yeah, hand guns now require 6 action points. I haven't seen any of these, so I'm assuming that's DLC. But I want to see what that is. Let's go try to hit one of these guys incidentally. Hell yeah, brother. Nice. 87 to 72. Let's go for the... set this guy up for the kill. If I can pop off here and get some work done. One bow. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. Because of the piercing damage, so you have to have, like, axes for throwers whenever you go into Ancient Undead fights. I mean, obviously we take the 95. That's just a given. No, my most effective guy is stunned out. Markov's put in some work, though. Throwers with the Duelist perk? Oh, like the Duelist one that makes one-handed weapons stronger. Oh, interesting. And I think that works, too, if you put a throwing net in the offhand, right? So you could have your throwing axe in one hand, and then your fishing net in the other. And you'd still be proccing the Duelist perk, and you have the flexibility to offer some crowd control. That's interesting. That orc axe is scary as fuck. So they'd be really helpful against the Necro Savants, too. Be able to stop them from teleporting around all the time. Okay, I think we can keep him alive. Someone over here must have bandages. Come on, someone, I believe in you. My soul cries out to focus the axe, man. Oh, looks like they're about to start breaking. Higher chance to hit him, plus if we miss, we could incidental one of these guys. Rip. You got him on his turn. Oh, then you stunned him again, you piece. Swap here so I can take a swing. Nice. And this guy doesn't have the swappy, and he doesn't have polearm mastery, so I can't even walk out and then stab. So you're just taking the turn off, methinks. I should probably deal with the threat to myself and my archers, but this guy's easier to hit and he's gonna die soon. Oh, whatever, we tried. Sigwald, no! Struck down, he's not dead. Although we have been looking for his death ever since he got that maimed foot. So this is just gonna make his wounds worse, actually, now that I think about it. Oh my god, if you stunned me again, I would have lost it. The fucker really busted out a spin attack. Man after my own heart. I hate that I gotta do this to him. We gotta get this guy out of here somehow. Well, shit. Struck down. Hey, struck down. Okay, we gotta put some pressure on. Nice, nice. That's nice, but we like the effort. What is he trying to do? Is he flanking around to try and go after Bart Favy? Let's deal with that before it's a problem. Let's protect our wounded boy. Our beautiful wounded boy. Now this is just crazy enough to work. I'm sorry for your inevitable loss. Okay, Roland was killed. Whatever, we didn't need a noble in the party anyway. It's synonymous with Narc as far as I'm concerned. Coward! Classic Experta, taken off again. Alright, but please don't skip 1 M defense, take the 3 M attack every time. Okay, okay. Is like 2 M attack too low to take though? Like what exactly is my threshold there? Okay, we got a shield wall. Okay. We tried our best, so. Are you fucking kidding me? We can get this guy out, right? Shit. Don't got rotation on this guy. We just gotta start stabbing. Oh, yeah, the shield block. Okay. Traumatized. Minus resolve and minus initiative. Broken knee. God damn it. He's got a maimed foot and a broken knee. Are they just working on him from the bottom up? What's next? He's gonna lose a nut? Ooh, at least we got some pretty noble armor, though. Yeah, I know. I only ever take initiative on characters that, I'm putting dodge on. I actually don't like characters having high initiative. I like to, like, position myself based on what the enemies do. And I find having a higher initiative usually hurts me in, like, this planning phase. Later in the fight, when I'm trying to kill guys before they call me, I like a high initiative. But in the early stages of a fight, like... Okay. Take the high rolls and secondary side every time after those two primaries. Okay. So basically the highest roll between health, fatigue, and resolve until I hit the resolve and fatigue thresholds, which will be 60 resolve and 105 fatigue. Markov is finally high enough level to get a bow mastery. Archers really don't need any more fatigue than this, especially because he's going to be... So I'll take the defense, the range defense. And we'll take the health, since he's destined to eventually take agile. So I want to take regular bow mastery, but it's going to be a while before he can actually use a regular bow, because I usually like to wait till they're around 70. So instead, I'll get something like Quick Hands for right now. Or I'll say Pathfinder. He's a ranged character, he doesn't need that so much. Yeah, I'll say Quick Hands. And then we'll give him an extra set of bolts for now. Upgrade him to a real dagger. Wait, do we have people that are still using knives? This guy doesn't even have a... Oh yeah, what do you want to name your character? Do you just want to go George, or... I didn't. I was too distracted with this. Sir George? Okay, okay. So I should have more melee characters than I have, huh? I guess this is... We could get Sigbold in the front line. Well, he's level 1. We'll put him back here with the spear guys. Do I have any backup spears? Yeah, okay. We'll take Sorrel back out. Toss Markov over here. Drop Sigbold in. Picking the spear. Yeah, we can get him online. No point in fighting the goblins, I don't think. Let's. Oh god. Now I'm finding everything. The second I drop the quest. A million greenskins. In areas that I've never seen them before. Can you believe it? I can. This game is cruel sometimes. It's alright. We're about to find good, profitable work around people who will love us until we walk away for 6 minutes. And then their lack of object permanence will kick in. Like I'm one to talk. What we got going on in here? Duke Edgener von Gunvald's laughing to himself in his chair. So look at his head's buried in his hands, like sort of a jester hiding a giggle. Not the best look for a man. He turns up to you, weary-eyed. Greenskins are rampaging again. I don't know where they are, only where they've been. You know the signs, right? They leave a large footprint on the top of their feet. Yes, thank you. It's always around Lifestead, but whatever. Oh. I see. You come across a handful of soldiers from House Gunvald. They tilt their caps at you. Evening mercenaries? Not sure if they're about to attack, you make a subtle nod towards Labrick. He puts his weapon within hand's reach and nods back. You return your attention to the soldiers, giving them a friendly wave. The lieutenant steps forward, grinning. Oi, mercenary! We've got little use for you in this world now. Slowly, you lower your hand, hovering it above the pommel of your sword. Guess what the man means by that? He laughs. You haven't heard? War's over. The Greenskins were ready from Lightstead just a few days ago. Scouts report seeing them bastards running for the hills every which ways, fighting amongst themselves. The orcs killing the goblins, goblins killing orcs, just a full-on rout. So yeah, noble houses need not pay your sorry ass for nothing now because us real soldiers got it under control. Now why don't you and your pathetic lot clear out the way? Us fighters got places to be, understand? You handle him, Lebericht. The soldiers' lieutenants glare at you. Do as I say, sellsword, or there'll be trouble. Ignoring him, you give another nod to Lebericht. He gets up, the blade of his weapon loudly scraping off the dirt. The soldiers turn back to the mercenary. He hefts his weapon into both hands and stares back. As the lieutenant starts to talk, Lebericht bluntly interjects. Shush, little man. I see softness in your skin. Not a scar to be seen. Eyes as fresh as the days they were born. Hands as smooth as untouched candles. If you was the fighting sort, you'd be out there in those battles you speak of, not out here pissing into the wind. I'll give you two options because I'm feeling nice. First option, are you listening? First option is this. Go where you're going, and don't say another goddamn word. He pauses to hold up 2 fingers. Option 2 is a mystery. Speak and ye shall learn of it. The lieutenant's eyes have gotten a little wider, and his mouth infinitely quieter. He glances at you, but all you can do is shrug. After another moment, the soldiers hurry away with determined silence. Lebrick laughs it up. But the instant has you wondering if perhaps it's finally time to retire. How many more of these cock-ups are in your future? How many more battles? How many more dead men will you have to bury? The company would do well standing on the foundations you built for it. But on the other hand, if you retired now, what adventures wouldn't you miss out on? You won! Battle designed for replayability. Okay. I am gonna retire from this campaign before this stream is over, but we do have one more job that we want to try and do before we call this campaign. So for now, the puppets at arms, they need their commander. I think I've given up all hopes of winning the fight. I paused, didn't I? You meet a monk on the roads, and with him is a donkey-pulled cart. The poor drawed animal carrying its head low in mute exhaustion. Broom, straw, and verd moss were strung out to one side of the cart, but twisting eagerly in the very winds that dried them. Some pots and pans clatter like rustic wind chimes. The modest wares come to a bumbling stop. A barrel totters on the edge of the cart's bed, and a couple of bees sway to keep up, poking and prodding at its cracks with thirsty curiosity. The monk lifts a wool hat up out of his face, but the lip of it folds back down over his eyes. He takes it off altogether and passes a sleeve across his brow. Carrying a jolly smile, he seems not at all disturbed by a veritable living armory standing before him. Evening, gents. Suppose you're the kind to march beneath the Lord's banner. You look like sellswords to me. What is it you carry? Hi, I was thinking you'd ask. This is Bessie, cow's name for a donkey's arse. Don't worry, she won't kick ya. For she's been hauled out, see? What she carry? Well, that's beer. For men yonder, so they may drink to men above. If you don't mind the business, I'd like to go where I be going. The monk picks up the reins of his jenny as he readies to start moving. How many crowns for a round of beer? You hold your hands up, stopping the monk before you can get going. He sighs, slowly lowering the reins out of his hand. Feeling as though he may be getting the wrong impression, you quickly ask the man his beer to spare for your men. You are more than willing to pay. The monk looks back at his stock for a moment, then turns around. I give you men your sip of crown or two. Don't mind the bees around the top, they'll scurry when you come. But if you scurry when they scurry, they'll scurry after you. Strange little gits. He asks the man how much he wants. I wager 10 crowns a head'll do. No businessman though, I'm taking advantage of myself here. A round for the whole company. Ah, man, we did it! We survived the green skin apocalypse! No, but I'll save that link and I'll run a build. Sir George will be revived for the next campaign. We're gonna play Darkest Dungeon in between this campaign and that campaign. So expect that to start in like a month and a half. Prost. For now, let's go. Where was that? Here. And then the one we can't do. Where in the world is that? The golem fight, wherever it was. We will absolutely never be able to handle. Prost is basically cheers in German? Yo, that's sick. I could have swore it was one of these fights on the way out to... There it is, Artifact Reliquary. Fuck this fight. Oh, Jesus. I'm out of repair kits. I need 40 to finish my current repairs. Irk. Sorry, men. Quick march back. Your commander was too busy celebrating your victory, buying booze, spending all of the money we needed to survive. Gears Guard's gonna be a better shopping experience anyway. Alright, we got 2 days worth of provisions, 2 days worth of wages. We're gonna drop everything and go try that fight, okay? And then whoever survives gets to retire. Okay, so we need 40 repair tools. And they only got 20 for sale, of course. Alright, sell off everything we're not actively using, man. We're heading towards our final fight. Do or die, the company goes out in a glorious blaze. Alright, we need a few more repair tools. That's the spirit. Bring you and Sigbold up and Orc you up. Man splitter, you got it. Oh, I just sold all my weapons, wait. Somebody has volunteered for the chain. Hold on, we have to go buy our man splitter back. Hello, I'm having some regrets. Yes, please, thank you. Here, we'll put you a little closer to the middle so you might survive a couple of rounds of Yule combat. Yeah, that feels right. Oh, that's true. Alright, well, we'll put you in our finest looking gear. Don't matter, we do it for the drip. Or maybe I give you the great axe and I give Leverick the man splitter. Alright, how much repair stuff do we need now? That must have changed it. It did. Oh no, it's the same. Let's just get over here. Hopefully before night. Alright. March to your doom. I mean, to your glorious final battle. To Geralt's defeat. He can at least swing it. I gotta try. Hold on, let me... Jesus Christ. Minus 18 more fatigue and then 5 more per swing. I don't know if he can swing it. But fuck it. I think we're gonna be fighting undead here, so should I give all my ranged weapons, all my ranged guys, should I trade with their bows for throwing weapons? Or is there no point without them having the throwing weapon mastery skill? I'm like 80% sure this is gonna be a bunch of ancient undeads. Maybe some honor guards if I get particularly unlucky. Really? Uses 15 base, and then it goes up by 5, and then down by 5. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, now we're finding cool orc locations. I mean, I was never going to take that one out anyway, let's be honest with ourselves. Alright, men, this is it. Time to earn retirement. Whoever survives this fight gets to go maybe start a family, or more likely die in a whole different mercenary company. But at least with the legend of the Puppets at Arms at your back, yeah. Many ancient honor guards and a single necro savant. Okay. That said, I should carry the bow, too. So that I can swap when I inevitably run out of throwing stuff. So 7 to 9 ancient honor guards and a single necro savant. Alright, this actually feels pretty winnable for our final battle, I gotta say. I thought this was gonna be a death march suicide mission. Let's do this, let's see how much damage we can do! Many seem to have been 10. Because there are 10. Oh boys, it was nice knowing you, and we still don't see the necro savant. War sights are pretty sick. I like the little cleave move they do. Well, you know what? This guy has quick hands, so I can swap just to get some hits off. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10. Plus a necro. They all have Battle Forged? Yikes. Oh, your poor clubfoot. Means we can't even try to move forward. Must be a no DLC irregularity. Alright, you boners. I'll give you one more turn to approach. Can't believe it takes 25 fatigue to blow the horn. I can't even give it an RP horn blow and then recover from it. I guess we can move to react if we need to. We don't need to position ourselves too much back here. Oh, I definitely could have switched to the axe there. I don't know, I think my arrows are doing more damage. I guess because it hits the armor and not the health, but... Where's that necro savant at? Okay, he's chilling. I mean, we appreciate it. Take a couple turns off. Wait, where'd his shield go? Broke last fight and I didn't notice. Damn it. Alright, fuck it. Gotta get that double grippy. We're not here passive, we're here seeking glory. So now that they're in, he's gonna... I've only ever fought necro savants in the context of 7 of them at once. So I didn't realize that when they actually had a melee line, they'd behave differently. That's neat. When there's fucking 7 of them, they just teleport right away. This game has really good AI. I'm glad they, like, programmed for that behavior, for the difference. Oh, God. Oh, he probably started off with, like, no health, too, and just healed back everything. Okay, we gotta surround this guy. I don't want to give up a turn attack, though, so I'll attack this guy, and then start to move down here to assist. Damn, that was better than I expected it was going to be. 11%. Yikes. I mean, you basically already died, Sigvold. Enjoy bleeding to death. Don't move and give him an opportunity to attack, because that'll let him heal. Oh my god, okay. I see what you mean. I mean, I'm sorry if the first thing I do after recruiting you is send you into... But no one else can make it. But are you just going to be feeding him health at your stats? I mean, someone's got to get in there. Okay. Oh, this one didn't come with cats. Nice. Out of the 7 Necroswants I fought, 5 of them had cats. Witness our glory, our final triumph. Oh my god, I'm getting sick of all that cleavage. Let him at least get one swing off with that badass fucking club, man. Oh, he's gonna be running this turn, damn it. Have a brother with 3 permanent energy. Oh man, what a nightmare. I mean, it was definitely on most of them in mine, yeah. You've earned your fill and then some, huh? If I move here, I can take a quickie. Alright, shit. That sucks, that sucks. Hell yeah, George, fuck him up. No, that's crazy talk. I thought about double rotationing this guy out, but I'll just rotation and attack on his next turn. Oh my goodness. Rotation! And chop! Man, I bet there was really cool loot here. We got this area from a treasure map that we got. I bet there was like a guaranteed red item here or something. We definitely need to... Because like, day almost 200 after 2 crises is way too late to train up a proper team. On the next playthrough, we're going to get this right from the grip. Alright, we're going to have a team that these guys can't touch by this point in the next playthrough. Hell, by like 100 days before this point in the next playthrough. I'm definitely gonna add a bookmark to that build that was given to me today. And we'll have DLCs next time, too. So you better be ready to bring me some other newts. Oh, God. What a sad, I mean glorious final battle. You all really gave it your all. We did take down the Necrosavant, so we can call it like a moral victory, if nothing else, right? Excuse me? How'd he get moved there? Did he run? I don't know exactly. I think we're in the 180-ish. Alright. Stats are that important that it's worth permanently crippling your perk progression just to get some stat points slightly earlier. Because the way I see it in my head, I could get gifted, or I could spend a lot of money at the training hall. I mean, obviously I take student, but... It just feels really bad to me spiritually to, like, permanently weaken how strong a character can be just to keep them alive slightly longer? Disgusting. We're not here worried about the survival of our troops. We're here worried about making the absolute most efficient utilization of their capabilities as I possibly can. Anyway, we're gonna hit this guy real hard. Good, good, good. Cha-cha real smooth. Yeah, okay. Niku, can you, like, toot your little horn a little bit? Because these guys are about to take off. You know, actually, you know what? The problem might take care of itself. Everyone's gonna run on this turn and get opportunity attack to death, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, everyone's been saying it to me this whole playthrough. How early do you get it? Like, level 5, level 6? Or do you just use it to, like, get that last little boost from 10 to 11? Or is it, like, literally, like, Student 9 gifted? Tootaroo! Alright. Alright, Niku, how many can you take out with you? You're the first chatter character, and it looks like you're the last standing, too. How fitting, the man who took out that bandit boss all those days ago, all those months ago. So students purely for catching up? It's not something you take in the early. See, that one seems fine to me because you get the thing back. It gets you the stats faster, but you actually get the point back. It doesn't permanently cripple you. It just feels like a better gifted to me in every way possible. Come on, you can do it. The other coward flees the battlefield. You stand strong. Honorable. Alright, you can flee. Look at all that loot. Oh, no loot. Oh, because I didn't stay to pick up the pieces. Well, that was it. Out of our team, Gottfried the dog is completely alone as the last survivor of the Battle of Geralt's defeat. Time for a nice, honorable retirement. But by leveling up faster, you get the stats. It does the exact same thing that Gifted does, except Gifted, you don't have to fight for the points. Gifted, you just get the... Losing my mind here. You... Well, starting, bros. You have to name the dog. You're so right. We'll roll Gottfried the dog over into our next campaign. But we close the door on this one with our retirement. Are you sure you want to retire from the company? Permanently enter campaign and leave the men in charge. Oh yeah, we'll show you the... Alright, we retired. We left a mark. The Battle of Many Names. That's what the scribes called the great clash between all mankind and the vast horde of greenskins. You thought those stories were of a bygone age, but the horde of savages pouring over the eastern horizons proved otherwise. This time, the orcs and goblins learned to invade all across the land instead of in one place. Despite their new strategy, the world of man had a new weapon, the puppets in arms. Perhaps it's just your own pride speaking, but you truly believe your company's admittedly greedy ventures proved crucial in turning the tides of green back. With the greenskins defeated, you found yourself with a pile of gold to retire on, leaving the command of the company in the hands of its best and brightest. Gisbert, the once craven hand, retired from fighting. He used his mercenary money to start a trade-guarding business that specialized in transporting goods through dangerous lands. Gottfried the Deserter continued fighting for the puppets in arms, even striving to redeem his name. Word has it that during a brutal fight with the orcs, he dove headfast into a crowd of greenskins, surfing atop the top of their shocked heads. His heroism rallied the men to an incredible victory, and he's at his days getting toasted in every bar he enters. Some nights you wake up, sweat on your head, a berserker's growl fading into the stillborn memories of a dream rendered incomplete. These nightmares won't leave you alone, providing themselves the ultimate price for your newfound treasures. While puppets in arms are doing well, you sometimes wonder if it would be the best if you were leading it again. In the peace of your retirement, you look at the horrors that can grab the kill are a world's difference from those which lurk amongst your worst fears. 109 points. Well, that's it, lad. The campaign's complete. Feels kind of weird to end a stream after only 2.5 hours, but this is just where the story of the puppets in arms takes you. We'll be back with more Battle Brothers to start a new mercenary company sometime in the near future. Darkest Dungeon 2 will take the slot of the viewer character games. So my current stream schedule is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to play a little bit more Chance of Sonar. The day after that, we're going to be starting Darkest Dungeon 2. So be sure to come Wednesday and Friday for Darkest Dungeon 2. Thursday for Hades 2. Tuesday for probably the finale of Chance of Sonar. And otherwise, yeah, thanks for coming out. What a wonderful journey this was. Next time we play this, we'll have all the DLC. So all your metas. Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, George. Feel free to pop in anytime if you're only interested in seeing Battle Brothers and that's all you want to see played. I totally get it, but if you're interested in any other games in the channel, you can always pop around. And thanks to everyone else, the viewers, the chatters, the VOD watchers. I appreciate every single one of you coming up to give this tiny little channel a chance. With your chance, we can grow and burgeon into a beautiful medium channel. Wouldn't that be something? Did I accidentally close? No, there it is. There it is. Okay, this time, I'm totally gonna remember to raid out on Twitch. You're a Battle Brothers man? Alright. I understand some people have their game at 1,200 hours. I understand that it's yours. I'll probably end up putting a good 200 hours into this game before I'm done with it, but I definitely don't got the commitment you have to go that far. Alright. Ending the YouTube stream now, so be sure to like, subscribe, all that other silly nonsense. Leave a comment, like the video, you know the deal.